What's up, peeps? My name is Straight Shootin LJA, and welcome to another episode of the Straight Shootin Rants. Now, one thing that's been kind of breaking news tonight as I speak is that Lionel Messi apparently wants to leave Barcelona, and I've seen a couple of things around saying, "Oh, is it time for Messi to leave Barcelona? Is it this? Is it that?" And for me, it's a case of no. He should not leave Barcelona. At the end of the day, he came up through the La Masia Academy. That's where he called home. Speaking as a Liverpool supporter, I didn't want Steven Gerrard to leave. Screw the slip and all that kind of crap. He was such a great servant to the club. One of the greatest ever players that we've had. Messi will go down in the same pantheon at Barcelona as well. One of the greatest. So it's one of them where it's like, I just think, Messi, you got to look at him. He's only been at literally one other club, Millwall's Old Boys. So he's been at Barca so long, he's part of the furniture. And Barcelona, after that 8-2 mauling that they got against Bayern Munich, which was hilarious in and of itself, you could see it was the end of an era. It was kind of like that match. Looking back on it, it just kind of reminded me of WWF Fully Loaded 1999. This, one way or another, will be the end of an era. Somebody's got to go and go for good. In the words of Vince McMahon about him and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the Stone Cold Undertaker title match. But obligatory wrestling reference there, had crowbar wanted. But for me, it's one of them ones where Lionel Messi's 33, and you look at that Barca squad overall, it's an aging squad. I mean, you got PK, who's no spring chicken. You got I think Suarez is like 32. You got older guys, and for me, Barcelona, the warning signs were there last season when, obviously, you know me being a very proud Liverpool fan, and a vocal one at that, and not just lately. I've supported the club for 25 plus years. But the fact is, it's a case of, for me, the warning signs that Barca are somewhat of a spent force came in last season's Champions League. When we smacked them up 4-0 at Anfield, and they had nothing. I mean, they had a couple of chances here and there, but Barca of old, say 09 to 11, they might have scored that away goal that they needed to make us have to score 5 and then 6. But Barcelona are one of them ones where I think one of the major things they're missing is a leader. And they used to have Xavi, Iniesta, Puyol especially. Puyol used to be that leader. To a lesser extent, Victor Valdez. But you had experienced talent there as well, like Dani Alves at fullback. And when you look at some of the goals that Barcelona conceded against Bayern Munich, it was like, yeah, these guys look like they are done. As when that 5th goal went in, it was like Davies he literally just mocked everyone. And even PK was like, even he looked unsure. He was like, do I go in and challenge him? Do I not? It's like, all right, let me just do nothing. And indecision will ruin you every time. So it's one of them ones where Messi wanting to leave Barcelona is interesting, but I look at it as anywhere he goes, it's going to be one of them where that massive weight of expectation is going to be on, because everybody's going to be like, well, if he's not number 1 in the world still, he's 1B or 1A, if you want to put it that way. Because Cristiano Ronaldo is still at the top of his game, and I think he's like 34. So it's like, but Messi is one of them ones in the last couple seasons. Yes, as much as he's still been smacking it up in La Liga and also in the Champions League in general, you could see there's a little bit of a slide there. But Barcelona as a club, they've recently, and it's been underlined by the Coutinho deal, where they've been, instead of relying on La Masia and promoting players from within, they've been going out and spending big money on players. Griezmann, Coutinho. They've been spending big money on these guys, and there's others as well. Right, the Rakitic you can throw in there too. But it's one of them ones. They've been doing that in recent years, and what Johan Cruyff built there over 20 years, that Frank Rijkaard almost got to that point of, and then Guardiola stepped in and took it to another level. But it's one of them where the game has changed. And yes, as much as people will say, oh, but Barcelona, they're still smacking it in La Liga. Yeah, but that's kind of a different issue. Because you won't have a team like a Bayern Munich, apart from Real Madrid, you won't really have a team like Bayern Munich test Barcelona like that. Or like Liverpool did last season. Because the league is so heavily weighted in Barcelona and Real Madrid's favour. If you don't believe me, Javier Tebas is president of La Liga. He's a Real Madrid supporter. That's one example. And also look up how the TV deals are done in Spain. We did a pitch talk, I think it was Rant of the Week or a Push Point about it, where it's like the deals are like 90% Real Madrid and Barca. Everybody else, you're fighting for scraps. So the way the league is weighted up, Barcelona have not had that challenge before. Apart from Real Madrid, and that's one side. That's why you only get, in terms of like the dominance of those top two, it's only once every few years that's broken. And Barcelona, for me, like you look at what Arturo Vidal was saying. You look at what Griezmann was saying about, oh yeah, I'm basically going to the final. I got my PlayStation packed and everything. So well, you're going. That's the only way you're being in the Champions League final this year is on your PlayStation. Sorry about your damn luck. But Arturo Vidal basically saying it was all over as well. Oh, they're not just playing anybody. You're playing Barcelona, yeah, and you got smacked up 8-2. And Vidal, ironically, I think it was the last couple of goals. He was the only one really chasing down the ball. And that tells you kind of all you need to know, really. And it's one of them where it's like the way Barcelona, I said the warning shot should have been last year with Liverpool's comeback. That should have been a warning shot where it's like, okay, right, before this gets too bad and we get smacked up and humiliated, similar to Arsenal, when they got smacked up 8-2 by Man United, and the similarities were uncanny with Bayern smacking up Barca as well in the same way, where it's like you could see that there were a lot of players who were just giving up. There were a lot of guys who you'd expect to step up who just weren't. Suarez, you could see, tried, but even after, I think it was like literally that fifth goal went in from Davies when he just mopped off the Barca side. It was one of them, that was for me the point where it was like, right, this is done, it's over. But coming back to Messi, wherever he goes, he's going to have 6 months, maybe a year to settle in. Unless he can do what Cristiano Ronaldo has done and hit the ground running. Because Ronaldo, props to him, he did it at Madrid, he did it at Juventus, he's hit the ground wherever he's gone. And fair play to him, and he smashed it in every league he's been in. Props to him. Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, he smacked it. But the question is, and has always been, and some people used to, I saw it on a meme years ago, yeah, but can Messi do it on a cold night in Stoke? We know Cristiano Ronaldo can, because he has done it in different leagues. But Messi now, he's been at one club for so long. Can he replicate that same level elsewhere? And I think he'll get near, but any club he goes to, or most clubs he will go to, or potentially will bid for him, I think his release clause is Neymar-esque in terms of how many hundreds of millions it would take for Barcelona to part with him. So, unless Messi starts doing what Suarez did at Liverpool and biting people up and forcing the club to be like, you know what, we need to wash our hands of this. But I can't see Messi doing that. I can't see him burning that bridge. So for me, he may as well stay at Barcelona, maybe another couple of years, and then say go to China for a big payday or MLS for a big payday, because you know he'd make a big payday, and he might as well do that. And because I said any club he goes to now, he's 33, and you can't beat Father Time. You really can't. It'll catch up with you. And remember as well, the thing about Messi not doing anything outside of Barcelona, outside of Spain, it's a case of you look at him at international level. If anything, like Barcelona needs someone to step up now, and Messi's not that guy. You can give him the captaincy all you want, but look at what happened at international level with Argentina. Look how talented an Argentina side that he's been a part of since 2010. The talented players that have gone through that nation, and he's had the captaincy, and he wasn't able to do anything. And he ended up quitting the post because it's like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. It's on them because it clearly couldn't take the pressure. So if you need a talisman and you need someone to come up with something in a big game and take the game by the scruff of the neck, Messi's a magician. He's not a captain. He's not one of them who's going to be ramping up other players, saying to younger players, oh, you know what? Don't worry. You're cool. We're going to get through. No, Messi's not that kind of player. He's that kind of player where he's a magician. You have to let him free. As opposed to, say, Cristiano Ronaldo, similar age, and of course they're always compared in terms of the world's best, and they are the two world's best still. I'm not taking anything away from either man, but the fact of the matter is, you look at what Ronaldo did for Portugal in Euro 2016. He grabbed that side by the scruff of the neck, and then he did it again at the World Cup in 2018. It's just a shame that the players around him, well, for the World Cup anyway, weren't as good as him. Whereas Messi now at Barcelona, he's got that safety, he's got that comfort blanket, and he's always had it. But now that it's the end of an era to an extent, but it's one of them ones where Messi has not got that quality around him anymore. So it's going to be very interesting to see if he leaves. I don't think he should personally, because it's pointless at 33 to start moving on clubs after you've been at one club so long. It's a bit pointless. Unless you're going to say, I said, either China or the MLS, and just big payday, finish your career out. So it's one of them, man. It's interesting. But you know what? Comment section is down below. I want to know what you guys think, guys and gals, whoever's watching this. I want to know what you guys think. Should Messi leave Barcelona? Is it too late for Messi to leave Barcelona? Could he be a success at another club? I think he can, but I don't think he'll reach the heights he did at Barcelona. But can Messi do it in another league as well? Those are the questions that need to be answered. And hell, it's one of them. Will Barcelona even sell him? And if they do, how much are they going to sell him for? My guess is hundreds of millions. Because the release clause apparently is like, I think 250, 260. Neymar money. And Neymar's overhyped and overrated, but that's a different topic for a different time. But Lionel Messi, should he leave Barca or should he stay and see his career out there? Rumour has it he wants to leave, and it's being reported that he wants to leave. I have been Straight Shootin LJA, and one thing I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to leave at SSLJA on Twitter, facebook.com/Straight Shootin, no G, LJA on Facebook, and also find me on Instagram, Liam_LJA_Angel with 2 L's. As I said, one thing that is for sure right now, I'm not sure if Messi's leaving, but I'm leaving right about now. Thank you for your time, peeps, and I will see you next time on the Straight Shootin Rant. Thanks for your time.